Good morning. My name is Robert Schultz, and I live just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. And I have been with the Alliance now for approximately 1 year, and it has been an amazing experience. I came from a different industry. After 35 years in the packaging industry, I went into an early retirement and decided that I had more to contribute. So my wife and I both became licensed in life and health, and we joined the Alliance. And from there, we began our search for leads, and we looked at multiple sources. So a little bit about myself. What else can I answer for you?
Yeah, I mean, so since joining the business, what were the early days like and, how are things now?
In the beginning, it was chaotic and confusing. Wasn't sure where to turn for leads or what to do with them when I got them.
Okay.
And my upline, of course, guided me accordingly to print all of my leads. Definitely the night before I was going to do my dialing and to run my appointments the 2 following days.
Hmm.
So I do my dials on Monday and run my appointments Tuesday, Wednesday, and then do my dials on Thursday for Friday and Saturday appointments.
Okay. Okay. And
The-
and so you obviously go and see those clients face to face, right? And so in your early days then, as far as the biggest struggles that you had, what were they exactly? Was it not enough leads? Was it like what was the issue exactly?
Yeah. Well, getting started, there wasn't a constant flow of leads. So intermittent at best. And then the leads that I was purchasing, um, some of them were incomplete, did not have enough data, either a wrong phone number, a wrong address, or in some cases, a wrong name. And it made it that much more challenging to secure an appointment over the phone. So having a constant flow of leads, of qualified leads, has shortened the appointment setting time. I can make fewer dials, set more appointments, and spend more time in front of clients.
I see. I see. I see. Okay. And so I'm sure, like from the background that you came from, you said that you were in the packaging industry, right? So I'm guessing not a sales background, or was it a sales background?
Yes, sales and sales management for 35 years
Mhm.
and retired as a vice president after 17 years.
Oh,
And
amazing.
yeah, so very confident, very comfortable in the environment of sales and also leading others. And so this has also allowed me, having a steady flow of qualified leads has allowed me to not only set my appointments easier and secure more policies, but also to spend more time recruiting and developing a team.
Amazing, amazing. And you already have a team at the moment, right?
I do. I had have brought over 35 new agents to our team in the first year,
Amazing.
and um, we're now excited to say that some of our agents have begun bringing agents. So the business is growing nicely,
Hmm.
and we're beginning to see the fruits of our labor.
Okay. And I mean, if if you had to give advice to somebody that was sort of new to the business or was maybe struggling a little bit, right? What would that advice be for somebody that, I mean, we could argue you're relatively young to the business, right? But you've accomplished so much in such a small amount of time.
Well, I so ha still have so much to accomplish. So this is just the beginning. This is our first full year. Very excited about 2025 and what the future brings with the Alliance and with the use of the MAB leads. Very, very excited. The advice that I would give to a new agent coming aboard is whatever amount of effort you plan to put into it,
Mhm.
double that in your first year. Double that in your first year. More communication with your clients, more communication with your upline, more communication with prospects. Don't reach out one time and give up. They're still a lead until you've met with them and done business with them. So I would say whatever degree of effort or energy you're planning to put into it, put twice that into it.
Mhm.
And then the other piece of information, excuse me, the other recommendation I would offer is Recruit early and often. Don't wait until you cross the finish line to invite someone else to the race. Recognize that everyone is at a different stage in their life and their career, and their needs for income may vary. And you may easily find someone that is ready to go full time when you might be starting part time. Getting your team in place early is only going to propel your growth.
Okay. And talking about recruiting, right? First of all, how do you identify a person that is open to being recruited? And how do you get that conversation started?
That's an excellent question. I'll let you know when I have an answer.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It starts with integrity, right? We look for people that have the highest level of integrity, people that genuinely have a good heart and want to serve others. I think it begins with that. Those undoubtedly will be the most successful agents. When they put the mission ahead of the commission, those are the ones that clearly wind up winning. So, integrity first, but clearly we look for good communication skills, good people skills, a certain degree of confidence and competence, and the willingness to learn and be coachable. I mean, those are the attributes of an exceptional agent. And so that's what we're looking for. That's hard to find. That's hard to find. So you have to sift and sort until you find those that fit those characteristics, and then feed the fire. It's my responsibility when I bring a new agent aboard to make sure that I'm in contact with them daily and that I'm not only available when they have questions, but that I'm laying down the breadcrumbs and showing them the next step of the journey. So investing in those new agents, I think, is equally important to finding the right ones.
Okay, I see. And so, okay, let's say again, somebody wants to start recruiting, right? Where do they look? Do they sort of, I don't know, look at their friends and family? Is it their clients maybe even? Like, what's the sort of, yeah.
Yeah, great question. So it's a combination thereof. It may be someone in their address book. It may be someone, it may be a relative or a friend or someone they've gone to school with,
Hmm.
someone that they were involved in athletics with or the military with. The speed of trust is so much quicker when they know someone and they trust someone, and that person is going to move much quicker based on that trust. Now, beyond that, the cold market it could be a server at a restaurant or a bartender. It could be somebody in the hospitality industry or somebody in the healthcare industry. People that are used to serving others is a great place to look. Of late, we have begun, the Alliance makes it very convenient for us to purchase leads for set appointments with licensed agents. And of late, we have found that to be our best recruiting pool. We are speaking to licensed agents on a weekly basis and inviting them to join us at the Alliance. And just in the past 90 days, we've brought over a dozen new agents on board that are already licensed and have their track shoes laced up. So that's exciting.
Amazing, amazing. Um, to go back to sort of, the financial reward of being in this industry, right? So to to be a person that makes a decent income and do well in this industry, how many leads should they be doing each week? How many appointments should they be having, and so on, in your opinion?
Well, the simple answer is is as many as they can possibly afford and as many as they're willing to work, right? That's the simple answer. It doesn't do them any good to spend $1,000 a week in leads if they only have time enough to work 300 or $400 worth of leads. So our coaching is going to be that when they purchase leads, buy as many as they can afford to purchase and actively pursue, meaning get on the phone with those leads in a timely manner, 24 hours or less on the phone with that lead, securing that appointment. As they begin earning commissions, put those commission dollars right back into purchasing leads to grow their business. And we started out, Mo, with I think we spent $200 or $300 a week in leads, and we couldn't wait to spend 500 and then 1,000. And some would say that was a little crazy, but sell a couple of policies and you quickly recover the cost of those leads. So we find that, and many folks have to buy 100 leads and purchase and dial those each 3 times, maybe to get 300 dials in on a Monday, only to get 30 connects where people actually pick up the phone. And then from that, maybe set 12 to 15 appointments. Our ratio is a little different. We invest in higher quality leads. We probably make fewer phone calls than other agents, but we get more appointments and we sell more policies in an active week.
Okay.
Now, there are weeks when we're not active in selling, we're doing more recruiting and coaching, but when we're selling, we're able to condense those ratios. Fewer dials, more appointments, more sold policies.
Amazing. So on an active week then, what would that look like for you in terms of maybe appointments and in terms of applications that you would write in a week that is active?
Yeah, I think a good week for us is somewhere between 50 and 100 dials, maybe a few more than that, but 50 to 100 dials, and from that we're securing 12 to 15 appointments, and we're closing. I mean, our close ratio is very strong. So if we get in the home, meaning there's not any no-shows or cancellation or rescheduling, um, if we get into 12 homes, we're going to write 10 policies.
Amazing.
And on average, those policies will generate, depending on the type of policy and the size of it, but on average, they'll generate about $500 per policy. So 10 policies would generate 5,000 in a week. So it's well within reach, and it's about condensing and managing that time. I'm particularly excited. You may come to this question, but I'm particularly excited about this new AI platform that you have that may assist us in setting appointments. So, time for me to interview you. Tell me more.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, we've worked on this bot, if you will, where simply put, when a new lead comes in, we immediately start to interact with them by text and prompt them to book an appointment with yourself. And we are not only running this bot on new leads, but we also run them on old leads that are considered dead. So leads that you've dialed, but you've gotten nothing from them. So we have the bot send those leads text messages as well, so that we can squeeze as much out of them as we possibly can. So simply put, that's what it is. And I think a lot of people are gonna benefit from that. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
That will be a home run. We are very, very excited about
Absolute
this
home run
new
for sure.
platform.
Yeah, so one of the things is that I speak to agents every day on the phone, right? People that are new, people that are a little bit more experienced. And I would say consistently, one of the biggest complaints that I hear is lack of support slash coaching, right? I mean, you seem like a person, that really enjoys the developing talent, right? And so, like, what are some of the things that you do to help your agents be successful? Because as you said, you've been in the business for only 1 year. You've recruited over 35, and some of them are already starting to recruit others as well, which speaks to the fact that, you are very invested in developing those guys. So what is it that you think is really important for you to do to kind of help those guys be successful as well?
Well, I think the first thing is being completely transparent. That's the first thing. Being transparent, being willing to acknowledge that in the first year we did not do everything correctly. We learned for our first 12 months, and we continue learning all the time, not only about the carriers and the products, but about the system and what works and what doesn't. And obviously, you have to reinstill the fact that this is a business that's built over time, not overnight. It's a get rich slow program, not get rich overnight. If somebody's looking for get rich overnight, they really need to look elsewhere, I think. But building a steady stream of residual income for a lifetime is well within reach. And So I think we start by one, being transparent, two, painting a picture for them, give them a vision of what's possible between earning commissions, earning renewals, earning overrides, building a team, building a stream of sustainable income for the rest of their lives. When you paint that picture, I think it makes it much harder for them to quit on themselves. So we paint that picture, and then we try to take what, at this elephant size um, challenge ahead of us, and we break it down to one bite at a time. And we show them, okay, let's first get licensed, then let's get contracted with the right carriers. Let's go ahead and um, take care of our personal coverage, make sure we have a policy on ourselves. Let's go ahead and address our warm market so we can get some practice under our belt. And then let's review the options for how you buy your leads. And once they begin purchasing leads, then they get hungry because they get appointments, they start selling policies. I think equally important is when they get to their first appointment, we're in contact with them regularly. We don't turn our phones off. We're in contact with them regularly, and they're encouraged to call from the home, so to speak, twice during the time they're there. And not only do they have access to my wife and I, but they have access to the entire alliance team. This is a family of agents helping agents. And I think the thing that I try to instill in them the most, Mo, is pour into this. Go to every meeting, attend every call. Um, be curious. Be curious. Ask a lot of questions. Be mindful of your upline's time. When you call them, make sure you have your questions written down in order of priority so as not to waste their time or yours. So, it's a business of discipline and organization. It's a discipline of organization. And you hit it on the head when you asked, about developing agents. When I got into the Alliance, it was not necessarily to sell insurance. Helping others, absolutely. But included in that is helping others build a successful business. And that's the thing I'm really, really excited about. And as I get agents up and running, I most definitely will turn them on to this lead source because I believe in it. It's what I'm using and it's working. So that's really the guidance that we provide, and we are actively recruiting. I want you to know that. I want your team to know that. I want it to be known publicly that Robert and Christy Schultz at the Alliance are actively recruiting and building a team. So for agents that are out there and they're frustrated, disappointed, not getting the support they need, by all means, ask MAB to make the introduction because we will gladly step in and help you begin a successful career in the insurance industry at the Alliance.
For sure. And we're also going to include your contact information in the description of the video. So if someone's watching now and they wonder how they can get in touch with you, just look at the description and the contact info is going to be there. So
Perfect.
yeah. I think it's such an important thing for people to have the support that they need, because I think if people had that, so many more would be successful.
Mhm.
Yeah, because this is a business where I think there's a lot of potential here because everybody needs insurance, right?
Right.
Everybody needs it. So yeah. Now, talking about lead source, right? How important is it to have a good lead source in this business?
It's critical. Having a good lead source is absolutely critical because time is money, right? And we only have 168 hours in a week, so we have to figure out how to use it effectively. And if you have a poor lead source, if the quality is poor or the volume is inconsistent, it will absolutely cause your engine to first, maybe it won't start at all, or if it starts, it may stall. Having a good lead source, meaning consistent volume of quality leads, is critical to your success in this business. And you may have to try a few different lead sources until you find out what works or what doesn't work for you. And I think it's different for every agent. Um, we want to be completely loyal to MAB and use only MAB. But if we run into, and this is being perfectly candid, if we run into challenges where the volume or the quality is not what we need it to be, we'll be forced to supplement that with other leads because it's critical to have that steady flow of quality leads. Um, it's the equivalent of putting good gas in your gas tank. You have to have it. I mean, you just can't go with poor quality gas, and you surely can't go with no gas at all. So
Mhm.
having a high quality gasoline in your tank is critical to your success.
For sure, for sure. Sounds good. Well, Robert, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. And of course, I think a lot of people would really benefit from some of the advice that you've provided here. And as I said, your contact info is going to be in the description. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you, they should, just go ahead and do that. Thank you very much.
Terrific. If I may, can I add one thing?
Sure.
We are recruiting nationally, and I want that to be known that we are recruiting nationally. So it won't be just Tennessee agents. We are more than happy to assist anyone in any of the U.S. states. We have agents currently from Florida out all the way out to the West Coast in Arizona and surrounding states. So we welcome new agents anywhere in the U.S. and we can support them accordingly.